After Adam and Seth, after the early generations of humanity began spreading across the earth, something dangerous started growing. Not war, not famine, but forgetfulness. People were still alive. They were building, working, living, but their hearts were slowly drifting. And when hearts drift, darkness follows. That is when Allah chose Idris, a man unlike the others, quiet but powerful, calm but unshakable, human but elevated, a prophet whose story is wrapped in mystery. A prophet described in the Quran with only a few words, yet those words carry immense weight. And we raised him to a high station. Who is this man? Why was he raised? What made him different? Tonight, we uncovered the powerful story of Prophet Idris. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we explore the fascinating stories of the prophets. Today, we re-journeying back to the dawn of civilization to uncover the life of a truly remarkable figure. The Prophet Idris, known in some traditions as Enoch. His story is one of innovation, deep faith, and a mysterious ascent to the heavens that has captivated believers for millennia. So, who was Idris? He was a descendant of Prophet Adam, specifically the great-grandson of Adam's son. Seth. He lived in a time when humanity was still young, learning to build societies and navigate the world. But this era was also marked by a growing distance from the divine guidance that Adam had brought. People were beginning to forget the ways of their Creator, and corruption was slowly seeping into their lives. It was into this world that Idris was born. From a young age, he was different. He was blessed with immense wisdom, a calm demeanor, and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. The Quran mentions him as a man of truth and a prophet, elevated to a high station. This high station wasn't just spiritual, it was also intellectual. Islamic tradition holds that Idris was the first person to use a pen to write. Imagine that, in a world where knowledge was passed down orally, generation to generation, this was a revolutionary leap. Writing allowed for the preservation of knowledge with unprecedented accuracy. It enabled the recording of divine revelations, laws, and wisdom for future generations. Idris didn't just write, he was a polymath. He is said to have been the first to study the stars and understand the movements of the celestial bodies, essentially laying the groundwork for astronomy. He used this knowledge to understand seasons, time, and the magnificent order of God's creation. But that's not all. He was also credited with being the first to learn how to tailor clothes. Before him, people used animal skins for covering. Idris taught them how to cut and sew fabric, bringing a new level of refinement and modesty to society. He was a builder, a teacher, a leader, and a prophet, all in one. He called his people back to the worship of the one true God, reminding them of the path of righteousness that Adam had taught. He established rules, organized cities, and taught people skills that would improve their daily lives. His mission was to elevate humanity, both spiritually and materially. Idris tirelessly preached to his people, urging them to abandon their corrupt ways and return to piety and justice. He warned them of the consequences of disobedience and reminded them of God's mercy and forgiveness for those who repent. He was known for his patience and his eloquent way of speaking. He would use logic, observation of the natural world, and divine revelation to make his case. Many people listened and followed his guidance, and under his leadership, they lived in a state of relative peace and order. Now, we come to the most mysterious and awe-inspiring part of his story: his ascension. Both the Quran and the Bible speak of his unique departure from this world. The Quran says, and mentioned in the book, Idris. Indeed, he was a man of truth and a prophet, and we raised him to a high station. Islamic scholars have offered various interpretations of this high station. The most widely held view, supported by numerous narrations, is that Idris did not experience death in the way other humans do. Instead, he was raised, body and soul, into the heavens by God's will. One famous tradition narrates a conversation between Idris and the angel of death. Idris expressed a desire to experience death for a moment to understand its reality, and then to see hell to appreciate the importance of piety, and finally to see paradise to strengthen his hope in God's reward. According to this story, his requests were granted. After a brief taste of death, he was shown the terrors of hell, which reinforced his devotion. Then, he was taken to paradise. Upon entering and witnessing its unimaginable beauty and peace, he refused to leave. When the angel of death reminded him it was time to return, Idris is said to have reasoned that he had already tasted death's scene. Hela now had entered paradise, and those who enter paradise are destined to remain there forever. By God's permission, he was allowed to stay. This account highlights his incredible spiritual status. It is a powerful symbol of the ultimate reward for a life lived in complete devotion and service to God. Another interpretation of his being raised to a high station is that he was granted an exceptionally high spiritual rank and honor among the prophets, and that his ascension was to the 4th or 6th heaven, where Prophet Muhammad would later meet him during his own miraculous night journey, the Isra and Mi'raj. During this celestial meeting, Idris greeted Muhammad as a righteous brother and righteous prophet. This encounter in the heavens further cements his special status. Regardless of the specific details, the core message is clear. Idris' devotion was so profound that God honored him in a way that set him apart from all others. His story isn't just about a miraculous event. It's about the life that led to it. It was his unwavering faith, his constant remembrance of God, his service to humanity, and his pursuit of knowledge that earned him this unparalleled honor. So what can we learn from the life of Prophet Idris? His story is a powerful reminder of the link between faith and knowledge. He taught us that seeking knowledge, whether it's spiritual, scientific, or practically, is a noble act, a way to better understand God's creation and improve our world. He was a pioneer, an innovator who used his God-given intellect to benefit society. This teaches us that our skills and talents are gifts to be used for the greater good. His life also emphasizes the importance of calling people to goodness with wisdom and patience. He didn't just command. He taught, reasoned, and led by example. And finally, his ascension is a beautiful symbol of hope. It shows that a life dedicated to righteousness and truth will be rewarded in ways we can't even imagine. It reminds us that our ultimate goal is not just to live a good life on earth, but to strive for a high station with our Creator in the hereafter. The legacy of Idris, or Enoch, resonates across different faiths and cultures. He is remembered as a scribe of God, a master of heavenly secrets, and a pillar of early civilization. His life serves as a blueprint for balancing our worldly responsibilities with our spiritual aspirations, using knowledge and faith to build a better world. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the life of Prophet Idris. I hope you found his story as inspiring as I do. What part of his life resonated with you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the lives of the prophets. Until next time, stay curious and keep seeking knowledge.